Stand on the roof. Open your wings, all 7 meters of them. Feel the keel jutting from your chest, the hollow bones, the muscle that now makes up a quarter of your body. Lean forward into the morning air and fly. It works. It really works. And it isn't until you land hours later that you try to open a door. And remember that you don't have hands anymore. Because in 400 million years, evolution has never once given anything both. Every culture has dreamed this. Wings on gods, on angels, on inventors falling out of the sky. It might be the oldest wish we have, so let's actually build it. Not with magic, but with biology. Because the reason humans can't fly isn't lack of ambition. It's arithmetic. Here's the problem. When you scale up any animal, its weight grows faster than its wings do. Double a creature's size and its wing area roughly quadruples, but its body mass grows about 8-fold. Bigger bodies get heavy far faster than they get lift. That single relationship shapes every flying animal on Earth. It's why the heaviest birds capable of powered flight top out around 15 or 16 kilograms. Birds like the Cory bustard and the mute swan. Above that, physics stops cooperating. Those heavyweights already need running starts, headwinds, and a great deal of luck just to get airborne. Now look at yourself. 70, 80 kilograms, 5 times the practical ceiling. So what would it actually take? Start with the wings. To lift an adult human, you'd need a wingspan somewhere around 6 to 7 meters, wider than a car is long on each side. Not decorative wings sprouting from your shoulder blades, enormous ones. Now find the engine. Birds fly using flight muscles that make up roughly 15 to 25% of their entire body mass, anchored to a keel. A deep blade of bone projecting forward from the sternum. Your pectorals are nowhere near that. To power those wings, your chest would have to swell into a permanent muscular ridge jutting out ahead of you. Then start deleting weight because every gram fights you. Bird bones aren't solid. Many are pneumatic, hollow, braced with internal struts, and connected to the respiratory system itself. Yours would have to hollow out too, which makes you lighter and considerably easier to break. Birds don't have teeth. Teeth and heavy jaws are dead weight, so they use a gizzard instead. Their digestive tracts stay short and their guts stay light, because carrying a full meal is carrying fuel you haven't burned yet. And their lungs are better than ours. Far better. Air moves through a bird's respiratory system in one direction, through a network of air sacs, so fresh air passes over the exchange surfaces almost continuously. Our lungs just breathe in and out of the same dead-end space. At altitude, in thin air, that difference is enormous. So already this human is unrecognizable. Hollow-boned, keel-chested, toothless, gutted, breathing through a system we don't possess. And that's before we talk about the hunger. Flight is one of the most metabolically expensive things any animal does. A flying human wouldn't eat 3 meals a day. You'd eat constantly, obsessively, the way migrating birds do, and you'd still land exhausted. You wouldn't drift lazily over cities. You'd climb hard, find a thermal, and glide, hunting for rising air the way a sailor hunts for wind. You'd also be cold. Air temperature drops roughly 6 degrees for every 1,000 meters you climb. That effortless high altitude, soaring in the fantasy? That's a survival problem. But suppose we solve all of it. Suppose it works. The world reorganizes immediately. Windows become doors. Rooftops become the front of the building. Borders stop meaning very much when the ground stops being the only route, and falling, simple, ordinary falling, becomes the leading way people die. Then you reach for something, and the whole dream collapses. Because here's the twist. and it's been hiding in plain sight the entire time. Invertebrates, wings aren't extra limbs, they're arms. Birds, bats, pterosaurs, every one of them built flight out of the forelimb it already had. There is no lineage on Earth that grew a spare pair. So those 7-meter wings aren't attached to your arms. They are your arms. And that means no hands, no thumb closing against fingers, no writing, no tools, no threading a needle, no striking a flint, no holding a child while doing anything else at all. Every flying vertebrate in history has kept some grip. A bat's little clawed thumb, a hawk's talons. But not one has ever combined true flight with a free, dexterous tool-making hand. Wings or hands? Never both. Which brings us to the part that genuinely surprises people. We already chose. Our ancestors kept the forelimb, and that forelimb built everything. The hand made the tool made the technology, and the technology made the wing. And the machines those hands built don't just match birds, they humiliate them. We cross oceans at 900 kilometers an hour. We fly higher than any bird has ever climbed. We left the atmosphere entirely and put footprints on the moon. No animal has ever flown the way we do, and we did it by staying grounded long enough to invent it. That's the quiet joke buried in humanity's oldest fantasy. We spent thousands of years envying birds, and then he flew past them, in machines we could only have built with the hands we'd have had to give up. So here's tonight's question. If you could have wings right now, but the price was your hands, would you take them? And what would you build first, knowing you'd never build anything again? Every question creates a new reality, and reality is just one version of the truth. Every possibility deserves exploration. The next one begins with a single question. What if? Subscribe and explore what comes next.